Good evening, welcome to Bet Racing Nation. We're going to take a look at days 3 and day 4 of Cheltenham. We did take a look at the first 2 days yesterday, so if you missed that, that's on YouTube. But we are going to maybe touch on it a little bit because we've got 2 new guests from last night that maybe have a view on the big races in the first 2 days. Luke, welcome aboard.
Hey, mate.
Yeah, you doing well?
Yeah, I'm very well. Yourself?
Yeah, 2 winners on Saturday. Call the Cops was one of them, and another one was 1 to 4, was it?
2 on, Peter. 2 on. It drifted from 1 to 4.
Yeah, it makes a nice little double, 5 to 1 double. So what do we care? Joanna, nice to have you on as a guest this evening.
Thank you, Peter.
And someone that we haven't seen for an awful long time.
I've been in hiding.
You have been in hiding since last year's Gold Cup.
Yeah, I think since the Gold Cup, yeah.
Yeah.
No, I think I was here for the Guineas.
You was?
Yeah.
But did you, I mean, I never discussed this with you, but did you go abroad for the month after winning on the Gold Cup?
I went straight to Liverpool.
For a birthday party or something?
It was a stag do, actually. I drove straight there and tried to spend my winnings, but it was so cheap up there that I have plenty left.
Yeah, so you had the Pan Jaeger bombs then?
Yes, exactly, yeah.
I've only done it once, but it was in Doncaster.
Oh, right, yeah.
After looking to buy a horse, funny enough. But anyway, that's sidetracking the issue. Joe and I were fortunate, we talked about the first 2 days yesterday, but I just want, Luke, your views on the first 2 days, maybe Champion Hurdle, Supreme World. What are you looking for in the first 2 days?
The first race is obviously Spring Novices, isn't it? And you've got Duvan of Willie Mullins, who's a short price favourite. If you watch his video, he looks frighteningly good to me. I'm going to take him on, but with another horse Willie Mullins is, but I'm petrified of him, I've got to be honest with you.
Which one are you going to take it on with?
Alvisioville. I know you slated it yesterday, Alvisioville, but I think he's tailor-made for the race.
Really? I think he's a 4-mile chaser in the making.
Oh, no, he's speed. If you watch Leopardstown, he went at 2 out, he's cruising and he doesn't get home. And he'll drop back to 2 miles. If McCoy rides him, he'll go off 6-7 to 1. Really? He's 16 to 1 at the moment.
OK. So if Jono gave you £1,000 to bet, which he wouldn't do, on the first 2 days, what would you put it on? What is your bank on the first 2 days?
Oh, this is tricky. Alvisioville each way. If you let me have that, would you?
Not keen, but think how many firms there are on that first day. They're doing so many deals on the Supreme. Yeah. Paddy Power doing their thing. Money back if your horse is second.
How does that affect you, Joe? Because I mean, for people who doesn't know, you've obviously got a place at Cheltenham where you take bets. Does that affect you in any way on course?
Yeah, there's a certain impact. Yeah. It's not great because people still go to the course, and I still have people that that phone up and that sort of thing that can't bet the amounts that Paddy Power say want to allow people to have.
So you'll take more than 5. You'll take more than 5 then.
Yeah, yeah. Because I think their maximum for their deal, I think, is £50 per customer.
Right.
So if you go to 10 shops and they find you out.
Right.
But who wants to do that anyway?
Back.
Trading around 10 shops.
He will, though.
Me, maybe.
Jono, one to each shop. Jono, first 2 days for you. I mean, last year, was it a good Cheltenham festival the first day with what happened?
No, it wasn't a good first day. Punting-wise, for me, it was an OK festival, topped off by the last day, as you know. I think... as everyone knows, I mean, favourites in the Supreme don't have the greatest of records.
I mentioned that, and someone actually crucified him on YouTube.
Oh, right.
Vautour was favourite.
Yeah. Yes, yeah. Well, I'd be happy. I'm not going to oppose Duvan, but from a punting standpoint, I think taking advantage of all those offers on the first day, I think you've got to do it. It sounds like free money to me.
And from your point of view, your experience tell you that on the first day, in the first couple of races, will people go heavy on Duvan? Will people go heavy on the favourites in the first couple of races?
Yes, yeah. I think those first 2 days always seem to be teed up for favourites.
Yeah.
Don't they? I mean, it's
Definitely.
just the Champion Hurdle. There's always something that's quite a short price that everyone wants to back. There's always those big bankers tend to be on the first couple of days.
Can you imagine if Mullins' big 3 win, what price would any power go off?
Oh, yeah.
In the Mayor's Hurdle. I mean, he's got Underso, Duvan and Faheen and Hargle Flying Champion. Imagine if all those 3 go in, which is quite... and then what price would any power in the last?
The first day would be a bad day for the bookies.
It'd be like a Barney Curly Yankee, wouldn't it?
But in that kind of market, and the way the on-coursing is, I think it will take the bookies. Well, it will take the firms a lot of money to shorten up Paddy Power.
Yeah.
I'd love to see it happen. It would be quite interesting.
I'll ask the question in reversal. If I gave you £1,000, which is again not likely to happen, what would be your bank on the first 2 days?
the ground to start good to soft.
Right.
But also the new one.
Right, the new one.
Wow.
Very quickly, why?
I know he didn't run so well last time, but he loves the track. And I do think he was a bit unlucky last year. And I just think that he'll be ready for this race. And I think he's a certainty to get placed, whatever happens.
I don't think he'll come down the hill. We discussed it yesterday, didn't we? I mean, Melissa is saying exactly what you're saying. You know, who was on the show yesterday. Hattie. You know, she is in the new one camp, but I don't think it will come down the hill at all.
Right, OK, it's time we've looked at day 3 and we're going to take a brief look at the JLT Novices Chase. An interesting one because Vautour, obviously the winner of last year's Supreme, you know, has it taken offences in your view? No,
see, the thing is do you think that Faheen has kind of slipped down their pecking order somewhat? If you, after the Supreme last year, I was watching a replays on Racing K, Vautour, and Willie Mullins said after this could be a champion horse, this is the main horse, and then after Faheen, he even said it's still Vautour's still the one. And if you think now Undersow's gone, cool, you got Faheen champion hurdle, do you think he's kind of slipped down the pecking order and they think, right, JLT, right, throw him in that?
Yeah.
Do you not?
Yeah, no, I agree. And your view?
No, I mean, I agree. I think, you know, Willie Mullins isn't going to run them both in the Arkle. I think perhaps the Arkle's a better race for Vautour. But, you know, Underscow is there and nothing will change. So, for me, I think Vautour will win. Vautour will win.
She loves Willie Mullins.
I mean, I've got to be honest. I mean, on paper, it's very hard to escape Vautour, isn't it?
If Vautour turns up what he last year in the Supreme, and he turns up on Thursday, and he jumps well,
but there's got to be question marks against it because you know, I mean, it went better last time. There's got to be question marks against jumping.
Yeah, especially if they get him at it early, like you said, put pressure on his jumping.
Yeah,
and I mean, Paul Nicholls. We spoke to Paul Nicholls actually yesterday, and said Ptit Zigs fall. There was. In fact, he felt that it might have learned him a lot from falling over. I mean, do you buy that argument? I mean, in ratings, it's actually rated over fences, I think, £1 higher than the...
I look at it the other way. I don't like any horse that falls at going to Cheltenham or the back of a fall. I don't like it.
I don't like that either.
Paul Nicholls is a genius. He probably knows more than me, but I don't like it when a horse falls and then goes to Cheltenham.
I understand what you're saying, because there is that kind of... You know, he's going to fall again now, as we know.
It's not something I want to put my money down on. Let's put it that way. You know, a horse that's fallen a lot... last time out. I mean, do you want to go and lump on that?
It has to
in
be
a race like this.
He's won at Cheltenham, though, isn't he?
He has, and when he won the Dipper Novice Chase, he was really good against Champagne West.
Yeah, exactly. Beat Champagne West, and you know.
And there was a certain horse called Ned Stark back in fourth. He was 27 lengths behind his favourite for the handicap chase on the Tuesday. Yeah, and he was 27 lengths behind.
And it's amazing how some of these lines of form work, even when they get beat by so big a distance and they come out and win. Apache Stronghold is a horse that I really, really like, but I don't. Has it got the class?
I'm with you, Peter. I like this a lot. He's closely matched with Vautour, isn't he? And if Vautour is still up in the air where he goes, isn't it? You've got the RSA or the JLT, but they're really closely matched. But I'm with you. I think the better ground will suit Apache Stronghold. I don't know about you.
I haven't really looked too much at it because, you know, I am a big Vautour fan.
You just Vautour.
and Ptit Zigs as well. I think I'm just worried he's stepped out of the novices too soon before. So you know, back in, I think it's got a very good each way chance.
I'm voting Vautour.
You are Vautour all the way. So it's
I think so. Well, yeah.
Is that the one you're afraid of then, being taking hefty bets on them?
I'm not afraid of much.
Okay. And Giltan de Belay are actually won well and beat Irish Saint, I think.
Yeah,
will Mullins go this route, do you think?
She ran on Sunday, didn't she, in France? And I think the plan's not for her to go.
No.
So there's a few in this race. There's Joss's Hill, Irish Saint, God's Own that are not going to run. You look at the anti-post list and that's 12, 16 to 1, and most of them ain't going to go. There's about 4 of them that are not going to run. Yeah. But I think, me personally, I think the Irish will win it, but it'll be between Vautour and Apache Stronghold.
Jono, I mean, in a race like this, you know, 9-4, 7-2, are the bookmakers being quite protective, or do you see that on the day roughly?
I think 7-2 about Ptit Zigs, a horse that, although has great form and form at Cheltenham, has run a champion hurdle as well. I just think that for a horse that's fallen last time out, I just can't. It's just too short a price for me. Whereas I think 9-4 for Vautour, a horse that's 7 out of 8 under rules, including 3 Grade 1s, I just think the 9-4 seems a pretty good deal.
There's a horse here, and I don't know what you think about this, but the Tullow Tank. Now, it's 25 to 1. Is there any way this horse can come back? Because, I mean, this was spoken of as a potential Chairman Hurdle winner last year, because it was beating everything in Ireland. What's happened?
He was a really good novice hurdler, wasn't he? And he chased home Vautour and horses like that.
Yeah.
And he actually went off 7-4 favourite for the race that Vautour and Apache Stronghold ran in.
Yeah.
He's actually sent up favourite and he ran poorly. But you've got to be forgiving, man. He's been disappointing, hasn't he?
He has been, but Vautour, I think last year, it gave him £1 and it was like 3 lengths behind.
Yeah, he was, like you said, he's a top-class novice hurdler. I've just been disappointed last couple of runs. I think maybe the better ground might help him, but I think
the ground will do him some favours, but, again, been off the radar, so...
Yeah, I saw it and I thought, oh, Splasher Ginge, any taking on Splasher Ginge?
Ginger Army.
A little bit of Splasher Ginge on the day.
I remember this horse last year, because we couldn't stop laughing about it, with Tom, with Tom Rapp, but...
Okay. All right, so I want a selection for the JLT.
Apache Stronghold just over Vautour.
Okay.
Forecast for you.
Right.
I have to say Vautour will win. Price is a bit too short for me, so I'm going to have a nice each way on Ptit Zig.
Which is slightly bigger in price. 72. Jono?
Vautour for me. Win only.
Okay. All right, okay. I think it's... I mean, I'd like to see Apache Stronghold win. I think the horse is improving.
Yeah, he is, yeah.
He'll get a strong pace because Vautour will make it. And maybe... I think Carby rode it last time.
Yeah, he's
rode it Peter, right?
yeah.
OK, we are going to take a very short break right now. We're going to come back after this and we've got more features on the third day of Cheltenham.
Are you a special one? Have you got what it takes?